What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the January transfer window, so if you want to stay up to date and in the loop this winter with the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day, first and fast, then do make sure you subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 22k subscribers, that's what I'm aiming for by the end of January. Less than 500 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Aiming for 300 likes once more. If we could hit that, that would be brilliant. And also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. Without further ado though, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the contracts first, and we've got some good news in terms of an update on Phil Foden. Now, Fabrizio Romano says that on his podcast, Phil Foden, he's close to signing a new contract with Manchester City. All the finances, they're sorted. Everything's near enough being put into place. City are just working on some final details, and then Manchester City will announce a new contract for Phil Foden. No details on that new contract, but I am going to presume that with Phil Foden being a Manchester City academy lad, coming up through the academy, getting to the first team, Manchester City will prioritise keeping Phil Foden here, well, for as long as possible, which means I'm expecting this to be a new long-term contract and also another pay rise for Phil Foden, which, of course, is excellent news. Now, moving on to the out, we've got an update on Taylor Harwood-Bellis, and as I was saying yesterday, I was expecting the deal to be confirmed for him to join Stoke City on loan until the rest of the season. I was expecting that to be announced yesterday, and late yesterday it certainly was announced. He leaves Anderlecht, so he joins Stoke City now on loan until the end of the season. Wishing Taylor the very best of luck in Stoke. Hope he smashes it for the remainder of the season and he has himself a great loan spell there. Competitive league, the Championship, a very difficult league, a great learning experience. I'm sure he'll have a great time. Now, moving on, we've also got an update on Nathan Ake, the latest on him. Now, Milan News are saying that Nathan Ake to AC Milan, it's difficult to achieve, and that is because Manchester City quite simply do not want to sell this month, which obviously that's good. I'm hoping that when we get into the summer, our stance will continue to be that we do not want to sell Nathan Ake. I feel like he has more to offer Manchester City. I feel like he's a quality football player, quick, versatile, good with his feet, suits everything to do with Manchester City, and unless Nathan Ake expresses an interest to leave Manchester City, or Nathan Ake, well, feels like his time at Manchester City is done, or he's frustrated at playing time, or whatever, etc., etc., then I feel like City need to be doing everything they can to keep hold of Nathan Ake, and I just don't see the point in moving Nathan Ake on to then bring another rotated player in, particularly when Nathan Ake, not only is he like homegrown, I was also saying he's also a very good football player, so to me, City need to be doing everything they can to make sure we keep Nathan Ake at the club. Now, moving on to the ins. Another day, another Brazilian youngster being linked with a move to Manchester City. Yesterday in our update, it was Endrick of Palmeiras. No update on that today, but today is another young player in the form of Matheus Franca, who's a 17-year-old attacking midfielder. He plays for Flamengo. Now, he has a 100 million euros release clause, which is protecting this transfer, because obviously we're not going to be paying 100 million euros for a 17-year-old who's not been proven in the biggest stages of them all over here in Europe, so that's not going to happen. The stance from Flamengo is simply they do not wish to sell. The player's stance is pretty clear as well at this moment in time. He does not wish to leave. However, doesn't stop interest from being there. Sports Witness say Manchester City, they want to compete with Real Madrid to try and sign Matheus Franca, and so that's what City are competing to try and do. And apparently Manchester City are preparing a truckload of money to try and make this transfer happen. I have a funny image of Manchester City sending a load of trucks literally filled with money over to Flamengo and saying, is this enough? And then sending a couple more trucks over and saying, is this enough? Anyway, has anyone seen him play? I've never seen Matheus Franca play before. I don't really know too much about him. If anyone does happen to watch quite a bit of under-21 action in South America, these prospects that have been linked with City? Are they creme de la creme? Are they the top? Are they the best? Are these the best upcoming prospects? What do you think? Do let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I can watch the YouTube videos, but it's very difficult to judge a player based on YouTube videos because there's been some mediocre, average football players that have looked world class on YouTube videos. So it's very difficult to be able to judge just based on that. Anyway, let's move on. Kingsley Coman, this is interesting. L'Equipe over in France say that Manchester City, they have asked Kingsley Coman's family about his availability. His family run his administration, his finances, or his representatives too. That's why City have asked his family. But yeah, Manchester City did want to make a move for Kingsley Coman, although it is thought that City have made their interest known too late, as Kingsley Coman is on the verge of signing a new contract at Bayern Munich. I find that interesting that City are looking for wide attacking players like Kingsley Coman, though, which is why I found that interesting. However, does it look like Coman will become a Manchester City player? Certainly not anytime soon. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Joao Felix. Now, Ojogo over in Portugal say that Atletico Madrid, they can sell Joao Felix to Manchester City. That will not come this winter, but that can only come in the summer. To be honest, I'd be very surprised if we did make a move for Joao Felix. He hasn't exactly set La Liga apart, and I can't see him, if he can't set La Liga apart, doing the same here in the Premier League as well. I may be wrong with that, but certainly I'm having my reservations about this transfer, and I have my reservations because it's going to be a very expensive transfer. Atletico paid Benfica 120 million euros, which was his release clause, to sign him, and so they'll want a lot of that money back, which means it's going to be a very expensive transfer for a player, like I said, hasn't exactly set the world apart whilst playing over in Spain. And so if he was to come to Manchester City, if we're going to be paying top dollar, you want a guarantee that that player is going to really not only hit the ground running, but, well, set the team apart and really improve the team. When it comes to signing that illustrious striker, that player that's going to score Manchester City them 20 plus goals every single season, if you're going to spend big money, you want a guarantee that that is going to happen. And to me, Joao Felix does not guarantee that. And so because of that, if it was to make this transfer happen, I'd want that to be reflected in the price. If you was to say to me half of that amount, 50 to 60 million euros, I may be more willing to say actually that's worth the risk because it's not as expensive as some of the other transfers. However, this is just as expensive as Harry Kane. It's more expensive than Erling Haaland. It's a lot more expensive than Dusan Vlahovic. So yeah, you see where I'm going with this one? I'm not so sure, but would like to know your thoughts of that anyway in the comments below. Now, moving on to the final story of this transfer update, takes us on to an update on Dusan Vlahovic. Now, some good news in terms of this transfer. Arsenal are the team that have been heavily linked with him right now. They're struggling to get a deal done this winter due to Fiorentina's asking price of 70 million euros. Arsenal can't and don't have that money for this winter. They will have that money, though, for the summer, and so it sounds like a summer transfer, and it will be a summer transfer, which is good because that gives us a good contingency. I'm expecting the Haaland saga to be sorted rather quickly in the summer transfer window, so that means that if City do need to look towards contingencies, then Vlahovic should be an option for Manchester City to consider when it gets to, what, May, June time, and we start moving towards the summer transfer window. So yeah, my fear was that he was going to be leaving this month for Fiorentina to go to somewhere else, which now, as every single day passes by and news continues to be quiet on the Vlahovic front, that becomes less and less likely. And whilst Fiorentina want to sell to maximise the money they can make on him right now, it's looking more and more difficult to make that happen because clubs simply do not have the cash to be able to do that. And Vlahovic, if clubs do have the cash, doesn't want to join them. He wants to join an elite European team, and when it comes to English teams, it's Chelsea, it's Manchester City, the teams that he's wanting to join rather than Arsenal. And it's a pretty similar stance with Erling Haaland as well. Manchester City very confident that if Erling Haaland wants the Premier League, it'll be us that he'll join. Our main competitor is Real Madrid, and it's all about, does he want to go to the Premier League, or is what's being widely reported he wants to go to Spain, and City are going to struggle to turn Haaland's head, which is why City obviously are being linked with Vlahovic. It's why we're being linked with Felix and lots of other strikers as well. So we'll see what direction we go down, but yeah, there we go. That's the latest. Do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. 300 likes. Can we hit that? That would be sensational, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the winter transfer window. I've got a feeling some things are really bubbling up nicely. We might not be signing players players this month, but we'll be putting everything in the pipeline to try and get things sorted as we head towards the summer window. I'll keep you up to date every single day, first and fast, with the latest Manchester City transfer news ASAP. Subscribe if you haven't already. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 22k subscribers, that's the aim. Less than 500 subs away, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Can we get there before the end of January? That is the aim. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Quick COVID update with me. We're now on to day 3. Still feeling pretty tired, as you'll be able to tell. I'm sounding very groggy right now. Currently got a cold sitting right here, and also my cough's, well, starting to get a little bit worse as well. It does really start to tighten up on your chest and everything. But yeah, still feel like I've got a fair bit of energy to be able to produce these videos for you. Like I said, what did I say? Was it 5-6 hours yesterday? I'd probably say it's down to like 4 or 5 hours before I'm just completely flat out. But yeah, I'm getting these things done first thing in the morning whilst I've got the most energy. Gets to about lunchtime and I'm just, yeah, we're done. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. And yeah, I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.